I thank Senators Stabenow, Van Hollen, and Padilla for joining me. Now, of course, we had a lot to discuss at the lunch today, but top of mind was, for everyone, was default. As everybody knows, yesterday I went to the White House with Leader McConnell, Leader Jeffries, Speaker McCarthy. And from that meeting, there was bad news and good news. The bad news: Speaker McCarthy was the only person in the room who refused to take default off the table. The one person standing in the way is Speaker McCarthy. He refused to take default off the table. President Biden said he would. Leader Jeffries said he would. I would. And Leader McConnell outside didn't say anything in the room, and outside he too said we must avoid default. But instead, Speaker McCarthy doubled down on his efforts, and rather than take default off the table, he's going to take it hostage at the hands of a far-right agenda that the American people would abhor. Avoiding default should not be contingent on passing the GOP's hard right partisan agenda, and the American people overwhelmingly agree. A recent Washington Post poll found the following, very instructive. 58% majority of Americans say debt limit and federal spending should be handled as separate issues, as we are saying, and President Biden is saying. The poll also found that, quote, a much smaller 26% of Americans say Congress should only allow the government to pay its debts if Biden agrees to cut spending. That's McCarthy's plan. Not only does it have only 26% of America, but it doesn't even have a plurality of Republicans. 46% of Republicans say the debt limit and spending should be handled separately. So even a plurality of Republicans realize how dangerous tying the two together is. Now, and one other point I'd make. It's very easy, not easy. It's unique for what McCarthy is doing. Back in 2017, we Democrats hated the Trump tax cuts for the very
important news on Social Security has been released. One of the biggest questions right now is when will there be an increase to Social Security benefits? Well, many experts have confirmed that Social Security's next monthly benefit increase may leave the average retiree with about $2,000. This is somewhat good news, especially as prices for groceries and housing remain very high. But it's not possible for everyone to receive this benefit boost. So, dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video if you are a retiree or senior. Also, in 2 days, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, dear friends, of winning the giveaways. Grocery shoppers have been walloped over the past year with these very high costs for eggs, butter, meat, and other pantry basics. But at last, inflation is starting to ease in supermarket aisles, though perhaps not quite enough to provide significant relief for American households. Prices for a handful of staples have dipped over the past year. Among those items are beef, pork, and fresh fruits. And to be sure, those price declines are helping put the brakes on grocery inflation, which demonstrates some sign of easing. But they might not provide much consolation to shoppers, as overall food prices continue to rise, even if they're doing so at a slower rate than in past months. Other sources of retail data reveal grocery price hikes are starting to slow. For instance, online grocery prices jumped 9.3% in April from 1 year earlier, compared with a 10.3% year-over-year hike in March. Shoppers, in turn, are turning to penny-pinching strategies to help them cope with higher grocery costs. Many consumers are cutting out organic foods from their carts and turning to cheaper items, Other consumers are buying in bulk, sometimes spending $500 or more on a shopping trip in order to lock in prices before they go up even higher. Tough choices due to high grocery prices could stick with shoppers for many months, with the Department of Agriculture forecasting that prices could rise anywhere between 4.4% to 8.8% this year, much higher than the two-decade historical 2.5% inflation rate for supermarket food. Although Social Security recipients received an 8.7% COLA for 2023, that was the biggest jump since 1981. The bump still lags food costs, while the poor generally spend a greater share of their overall earnings on food or groceries. Mary Johnson, a Social Security analyst, told CNBC News, according to our latest survey, 63% of seniors rated food costs as a category of spending that increased the fastest in their household. My dearest friends, please comment below how inflation has affected your lives. But the cost of living adjustment is a mixed situation for Social Security recipients who also qualify for SNAP benefits. For some SNAP customers, higher Social Security payments will push them into a higher income bracket, leading to reduced SNAP benefits. And in most states, the net monthly income threshold to qualify for SNAP ranges from $1,133 for a household of one to $3,886 for a household of 8. Thresholds are even higher in the states of Alaska and Hawaii. Once your income passes those thresholds, you can expect SNAP benefits to decrease, and the new Social Security COLA pushed some households above those limits. Many state social service agencies have previously sent out warnings that SNAP recipients could face reduced benefits because of the Social Security COLA increase. Because of the adjustment, more than 145,000 SNAP households in Louisiana, or roughly one-third of all SNAP households in the state, faced an average reduction of about $47 in monthly benefits earlier this year. Next year, Social Security recipients are on track to receive a more modest cost of living adjustment as once red-hot inflation continues to cool off. The Senior Citizens League estimated the adjustment could be about 3% based on March inflation data. Should Social Security beneficiaries see a 3% increase in their monthly checks next year, it would mark a steep decline from 2023, when recipients saw an 8.7% bump. An increase of that magnitude would raise the average retiree benefit of $1,827 by about $54 per month. It is important that benefits are adjusted at the right time, especially since a recent increase has shown to not have held up during peak inflation. Between January 2021 and December 2022, the average Social Security benefit fell short of high inflation by about $1,054 in total. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, friends, for being here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, dear friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Wednesday.